Every third cup of coffee in the world traces its origins to Brazil. Beans harvested from Minas Gerais to Espírito Santo, then shipped abroad to fuel global morning routines. Nearly 30% of what Americans sip comes from Brazilian Arabica plantations, a testament to Brazil's agricultural might. But now the global coffee rhythm is changing, and the scent of uncertainty is in the air. On July 9, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a sweeping 50% tariff on select Brazilian imports, including coffee, with implementation set for early August. Traders scrambled, some even rerouted vessels mid-voyage to bring Brazilian beans into the U.S. before the deadline. Just as tensions brewed, China granted 183 Brazilian coffee exporters tariff-free access for 5 years, an unmistakable lifeline to producers. Brazil's coffee dominance remains unchallenged. In June 2025, it shipped over 440,000 60-kilogram bags to the U.S., nearly 8 times what it sent to China that same month. But Chinese demand is surging, about 20% annual growth in consumption, as young professionals switch from tea to Brazilian aroma. This isn't simply about beans, it's about tectonic shifts in trade alliances and market power. Trump framed the tariff as a stand for democracy, citing judicial actions against former President Jair Bolsonaro. But the U.S. actually enjoyed a $7.4 billion trade surplus with Brazil in 2024. Economists like Nobel laureate Paul Krugman called the move evil and megalomaniacal, while Joseph Stiglitz hailed Lula's stance as a defense of sovereignty. Brazil moved quickly, not towards retaliation, but towards remedy. By August 6th, it formally requested WTO consultations, arguing the tariffs flagrantly violate trade rules. President Lula was defiant. "I won't humiliate myself." He declined reciprocal tariffs and placed trust in patience and strategic leverage. Vice President Geraldo Alckmin even described a good and fruitful call with U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick, emphasizing the desire for resolution. "We didn't create this problem, but we want to resolve it." At home, the government is launching targeted support, credit lines, tax breaks, export relief for affected sectors, especially in vulnerable regions like the Northeast. Brazil's economy is more resilient than many think. Exports to China now amount to 28%, compared to 12% to the U.S. Economists estimate only a 0.15% hit to GDP growth, with Goldman Sachs projecting 2.3% growth for 2025. Still, small producers are alarmed. Farmers like José Natal da Silva fear the tariffs may push them off their land, especially amid droughts and market volatility. Meanwhile, in the U.S., Arabica futures have soared to $286.67 per pound, and coffee prices are already up nearly 9%. Roasters are scrambling to find substitutes, while experts warn that Vietnam's Robusta heavy beans may not satisfy American taste buds. This isn't just a spat over tariffs, it's a realignment of global power, playbooks, and partnerships. From the rich red soils of Brazil to the coffee shops buzzing in Shanghai and Seattle, the world is watching. Should Brazil lean more boldly into emerging allies like China and the EU, markets hungry for Brazilian flavor, or push to reclaim its U.S. foothold? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the next chapter of Brazil's coffee story depends on voices like yours. Spill that coffee and your insights below.